Hey, I have a question for you. What would you say if I told you I could get you access to the best, most accredited counselor in the entire world, one-on-one, for free? No lines, no forms, no insurance, no waiting, 100% confidential. All you have to say is yes. And oh, by the way, this counselor is so good. You don't have to worry about, am I going to have the right words when I meet with them? Because they will know exactly what you're trying to say, because they know what you want to say before you even open your mouth. Also, this counselor knows everything you have ever done. They know what you did last summer. They know what you did last week. They know what you did last night. They know your deepest, darkest secrets and desires. So, would you love to meet this counselor? Not so much, right? Right? I mean, why in the world would anybody want to meet with a counselor who not only knows everything that they want to say and what they're thinking and knows everything about their past? Why in the world would somebody want to sit down with someone like that? I'll tell you why. Because that counselor loves you more than anything else in the world. Right? Because that counselor is rooting for you more than anyone else in the world. Because that counselor has proved their love to you more than anybody has proved their love to you. Because that counselor prays for you more than anybody else in the world. I don't know this for sure, but I wonder if the reason the ancient writers added the word wonderful next to the word counselor when they named Jesus is because they wanted us to know that this was no ordinary counselor. I don't know what you think of when you hear the word counselor, but it's almost like the writers wanted us to know that this counselor, unlike all the other counselors in the world who are good counselors, is a wonderful counselor, because this counselor not only knows everything there is to know about us, but this counselor cares for us more than anybody else. Can you imagine sitting down with the best counselor in the world, knowing that they not only know everything there is to know about you, but they care about you more than anybody else in the world? I love the way Peter put it in his epistle. This is the invitation. He says to us, he says, cast your burdens on Jesus, for he cares for you. Another translation says, cast your anxiety, cast your troubles. I don't know what burden you're carrying. I don't know what anxiety or what trouble has been weighing on your shoulder, but I just want to remind you that Christmas is your invitation to cast all of those troubles and all of those burdens and all of those anxieties on the greatest, best counselor in the world. And his name is Jesus. And he not only created you, but he wired you, and he knows you better than you know yourself. And he cares for you more than anything else. And if there's anybody that can lead us out of the fog, it is the one the Bible refers to as the wonderful counselor. And side note, sometimes the wonderful counselor tells us to go see an actual real life counselor. But that's a different conversation for a different day. Merry Christmas.